and welcome back to the In-Between. Yes, I again have that G.I. Joe face. I don't know how I feel about that. Although, does that mean that my camera knows me? I'm a mutual friend? I didn't know the word suddenly. It's good to be back. I hope it's gonna be quiet. No one's gonna disturb me. If so, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. No. What are the things that I want to talk about? Oh, I'll tell you what I want to talk about. Are there 3 things? 3 things. I think there are 3 things. I try not to smash things in there because I only have like so much time, right? I cannot handle that G.I. Joe face for me. Yes, I'm your mutual friend. Thanks. I think my mind is just somewhere else. Completely in a different dimension. In a different in-between dimension. In-between dimension. Maybe I should rename my podcast In-Between Dimensions. Wow. I mean, that sounds very ominous. Please stop slamming the doors. Very annoying. Very annoying. They're not annoying. I'm just getting annoyed. That doesn't mean that they're annoying. It just means I find it annoying. That's what I teach the kids. That's what I teach the kids. Okay. That's a very good reminder. Thank you. Hi! I'm gonna wait until the plane goes. Have a nice holiday. Oh, I almost said that. Very, very famous and extremely infuriating slogan from, you know which aviation company? You exactly know which one. If I reminded you and that phrase came to your head and then you said it out loud, that's on you. I didn't say it, so it's on you. Anyways, welcome back to the In-Between, this virtual, audible, and visual space where we do a lot here, but if you've never been here before, and I try to finish my sentences, that's my main goal right now, instead of letting my mind start to go around and around and around and not finishing anything. So if you're new here, please go watch the previous videos. But in a nutshell, here we're going to talk about a certain in-between, which is labeled or considered as liminal or transitioning spaces, and those spaces are masking, or that yes, exactly, this is what we do here. We're just letting ourselves to be how we meant to be, by, I think, me showing it by example, that if you make a mistake, it's fine if you make a mistake. We get on that one. So we practice, or we talk about masking. What does masking mean? Not just in a neurodiverse sense, but in general, in any way, shape or form that you resonate with. Or performance, that we conditioned to perform, or hide our true selves, basically, if it makes more sense with that way. And there is another one that reminded the airplane, because I live under a flight path, reminded me that I also have a podcast called The In-Between, where I am talking about certain liminal spaces that I can relate to, that I can share experiences about, also some facts about, and guide you through them, and also not just learn about them, and learning how to consciously and mindfully place ourselves in there to take up space, because we go through a lot of liminal spaces through our lives. Let it be physical, let it be emotional, let it be physical and emotional at the same time, spiritual, mental, and I remember not being okay with those spaces, being very afraid of those spaces. But now those, can we say those are gray areas? Like those that are just like you're being there, you cannot really do anything. You're this in between oblivion that you left the old but you haven't reached the new. I'm sure that many of you, new ones and old ones, or veterans, if you are recapping with me, are familiar with this sensation that you have no idea what's happening, but you're just in this pressure cooker and you cannot reach and you cannot place yourself anywhere. That is the very prominent feeling when you're in an in-between. So I'm helping you through that, and I'm giving you some insights and some experiences and some, I wouldn't say steps, I would say maybe tools or skill set, or I don't know, maybe even motivation or something similar. That sounds so cheesy though. Giving you a little deeper meaning to it so you can place yourself in there. There you go. And the new episode is out, and I'm trying to create these episodes from now on that I talk about liminal space, which we are at the moment physical liminal spaces, namely the airports. We are at the airports. We're not, but we are there in the episode. And then I will attach a practical episode for it, which is in this case a airport relaxation meditation, a mindful one at that. If you find yourself very anxious and very well, kind of like out of control or very overwhelmed in an airport space, and you need something to, you know, find your way back to yourself or ground yourself in those moments or in that hour where you're waiting, then that airport relaxation might very much be for you and could help you. When I was cutting it even helped me, and I was not even in an airport space, so it very much calmed my mind and put me into this zen mindful state. So, and it's not going to be a fix obviously, but it can, you know, start something for you in any way. What other? Oh yes, the next episode. So for some reason, and it suits very well, I think. For some reason, I was thinking, because I don't like pushing these things. I like when things they come to me, or I'm called to look at them in a way. So I was thinking that I will do traveling and road trips and flying for the next episode. Oh, you know what? I think that will be... I'm just looking through the notes. I put down in big bold letters, I put down Shrek. Are we there yet? You know when the donkey says, are we there yet? And then I put down after, enjoy the journey. Okay, that could actually fit very well. Well, this might be then a little bit of a funny episode. Yeah, I might do... Oh, I was thinking about this, and I think it might resonate with you as well, so maybe something to look forward to. I have this theory about, and I think that's what kickstarted it a little bit, and I'm not sure if you can relate. Let me know in the comments if you can relate. But I have this theory when I used to travel. Well, I started traveling around like my late teens, or mid-teens? No, late teens. And every time I went somewhere, I had this... When I reached destination, it was not really like a destination, but I reached a place, let's say, and I had this sense of finding a piece of me where I've never been really, but I found the piece of me that I could take away, you know, not as like a, you know, form of picture or something, not like a souvenir, but as in like within, like collecting those pieces, so to speak. And I really started to believe that when first that happened, it was a very weird feeling that I've never been here before, but I feel like a part of me, you know, belongs here, or could just, you know, pick something up and take it away with me in like a frequent, like an energetic way. I cannot really explain in words. And I'm not sure how many of you watching now can relate, but I have this theory, and I hold it close to my heart, that traveling is such a good way of finding your way back to yourself and finding pieces of you that you might never knew that you had, or you might never knew that you needed to find. And oh, and now it just, my mind goes straight to the fact that to my bilingual mateys, who I might do an episode on that one, that how does it feel when you move countries and you're in a space where you know you have to move away from your hometown and your home country to start a new life for yourself. And I talk about this briefly in the first episode, in the airport episode, because it's not just physical transformation. It's not just a physical moving, it's a deep psychological transformation. I think not many people can understand. I think only those who experience that particular experience, that you have choices, but the only choice that you feel that is right for you is to move away and start a new life. And I think it's also a different way that you find yourself, because you offer yourself a clean slate. I might put that down. It's such a deep psychological transformation that you go through that way. It's crazy. Crazy. And there's no time to ask, like, are we there yet? Because you're so flabbergasted, I think, by so many things that you left behind, and you have no idea whether you're gonna see it again or you want to see it again, and how you're literally in this in between. You have no idea, and you only have is you. And if you don't even have that piece, the only thing that you can, the best thing for me, at least that worked, the best thing that you can focus on is create that home within you, because you're in between two homes. Oof, ow, even when I say it out loud, it's so strange, because obviously I'm not sure many, but now I went through that transformation, and I still go through that, because we are ever unfolding, are we? But oh jeez, now it just brought up so many things. And one of the things actually that I thought about it the other day as well was the first time I was actually sitting right at this spot when I realized that, and I asked myself a question, that who the hell am I? I have no idea. And I went through this. It was such a brick in the face moment when it just very much caught me off guard. And I would not say it came out of nowhere, because I think I've been, it was leading, my whole life was leading up to that moment. This is how you say it. But I was sitting here, I was doing something here, and then it just suddenly like, who the hell am I? Who am I? And this crisis, this terror of, I have no idea. And I think that was one of the moments where I realized that, masking. I could not obviously, say it, or could not express it or verbalize it in that way. But I think one of those masks has fallen off, definitely. And you know what? I will take a bold claim here. and say that those transitions, like those in-betweens that you go through without realizing or with realizing. Obviously, when you know a lot about yourself and about your patterns, you realize that what is an in-between, like feeling-wise. And when you're in your body, you'll feel that, okay, I'm not standing on solid ground. That might be an in-between. But I do believe that those in-betweens are there to help you understand yourself better, see yourself better, allow yourself to take up space, and to dissolve those layers of masks that we put on from very early age, our formidable years formidable years, or developmental years, there you go. Because we're being molded, you know, like we learn a lot, we conditioned while we're growing up by family, friends, society, you know, like we learn a lot from it. Like we don't have a sense of, like we create that sense of self that we have. But if we are just listening to what is outside, like externals, we don't have space to hold on to that, what is there. And I also believe that we don't become a version, but we find our way back to that very core self that we already possess from the day that we're born. It's just the layers on, it's all the masks, all the layers that we cover it up because it's either not good enough, or it's either too much, or it's that, it's this, it's that. It's never enough, it's never allowed, it's never allowed. And we learn that we don't matter, we should not be the way we are. And then obviously many of us don't recognize that or become aware of it, but thankfully a few of us will have that moment of, oh, who the hell am I? And then you start digging, and then the more that you dig deep down, the more that you take off those layers like pieces of clothing, you'll get there, you get to you. And once that you get to you, I think a lot of things are changing for, or can change for you. Because we all matter. We all matter. We all are needed. Like life is functioning right now with every single one of us in there. Like an ecosystem. Is it like an ecosystem? Life is like an ecosystem. And if you're not here, like that chain breaks. You're needed. You're so needed. All of us are so needed. And I'm so sad sometimes to think of that. So many of us are not told. So yeah, I don't know where I started my thought process, but I think I have to end it here. Yeah, these are, I think, very. Oh yeah, that where the who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? That was the thought process. See? I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's nice neighbor sounds and music from neighborhoods, so it might mean that I need to I need to stop this video. Yeah, I think so. So next episode will be traveling, I think, and I'll try to connect it to that feeling. I hope it will resonate with most of you, and if not, you will be able to, or if you haven't experienced that, you'll be able to experience it. Well, not experience, experience it. And then I think I'll do another one. Yeah, let me know, bilingual or yeah, you can be bilingual. Bilingual, or you don't have to be bilingual for that one, but I will call you bilingual because I like saying bilingual. Bilingual people, or those of you who moved countries to start a new life. I would love to hear from you, because I would love to make an episode about that kind of deep transformation. That what was your What was your experience? What was the most challenging thing for you? What was the Kickstarter of your journey? What made you move? Was it curiosity? Was it, you know, what is it? What is the two? Curiosity, inspiration, and desperation. Was it inspiration or desperation? Okay, I really need to go because it's very loud now and it's distracting me so much. My brain cannot focus. Okay. As I put down in my notes, I should have ended with that Shrek quote, or that reminded me about this. It was so good. But I'm not gonna do the cheesy one of like, enjoy the journey, because it's such a, yeah, it's such a cliche. And I definitely, when you're on a journey and when someone says enjoy the journey, it's like, just shut up please. Like, I don't enjoy the journey. I need to learn to, you know, be good to me, and then maybe I'll be able to enjoy the journey. But yeah, okay, check out my new episode, please. Let me know all the chatter. I think I'll do these things now from now on because it makes me feel good, and I always want to have something like an ending or something, and there's no ending on my mind, and that's okay. So I will end with no ending. Okay? All right. Very good. Bye.